It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, this defense for the Commanders is very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter, going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards, they're the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a first down.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Trucks over him. And now he picks up the spare. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
This is an easy one, 23-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders.
At their own 19-yard line. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing on 2nd down. Powell. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his...
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Third and long. Here's Howell. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Hurts throw taken in by Pascal.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This is Smith with a grab. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Sanders going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go now.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go, and incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Howell looking to throw again.
Rolling to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now throwing on 1st down here. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10.
Howell looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Eagles are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
First and 10, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Watkins. A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles' 1st.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He completes this to Cole Turner.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st down, Howell to throw.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Howell. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Boston Scott, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Eagles use the short field to get in for 6.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Powell out of the shotgun. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Going right back to Dotson.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And now here is another interception. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a lit
field, it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. But we saw that he had a lot.
Here's Tress Way now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They're on to the second half now down in Miami.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
The Dolphins have scored again to extend their lead a bit. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Another run here with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations. Doesn't matter.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Commanders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And this one will be brought back to the 22. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell got his man complete over the middle. It's Turner. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Howell down to throw it.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
13 yards there on a Washington first. And once more, Howell back to the air.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16.
3rd and long. Here's Howell.
And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
He's got Turner.
And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
On 1st down, Howell.
And my goodness, another interception.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it down.
Do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle to Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack.
And now here is another interception.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles.
And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
No, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Eagles, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
they suffer defeat for the first time as they drop to 2-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.